For me, it was watching it on the telly with my dad.
Played it for until I was like 20, 21, then went into the coaching route. I mean, it means everything to me.
It's been my life since I was 9. My whole childhood, my whole growing up, has been football. I've made a lot of sacrifices when I was younger. From the age of 12, 13, I was involved with England, so every single month I was away with them. So even in school, it was always football. It's always been the decision maker for me. It always comes first. So yeah, it's basically my life really.
It's been amazing to see how it's transformed and how it's progressed since I started in it back in the early days, 10, 12 years ago.
It's grown leaps and bounds, and I think for me even the last 5 years, the amount it's come on. Like, we was semi-pro before that, I was working personally 4 jobs and training in the evenings 4 or 5 times a week.
You can see now there's a massive interest in women's football. Some clubs are getting over 2,000 at games, we're getting over 1,000 at our games. And again, as time goes and there's more awareness around the league, the fixtures, I think that will continue to grow.
I think the more it's out there, the more people can see it, rather than having a newspaper column where the report is that small. I know there's some fantastic papers who do the middle page spreads, they do spreads at the back. So the more that people can see it, and see where their local team are, see where they can watch them on the telly, know about it, and the more people will engage in it. It only takes a couple of games for them to watch, for them to go, oh, well, hold on a minute, they are actually good footballers, they can play.
I guess exposure creates, obviously, brands being interested in players, but I worked in America for 2 years where there's a lot of exposure in the women's game. We're catching up here in England with that side of things, but you get 60,000 that go to the men's games and you get 1,000 that come to ours. It's going to take time for that to grow, and I'm sure as the game grows there'll be more opportunities that will arise for these girls.
Sure, I mean, I know that there are international players that get player sponsorship. I know obviously a couple of the England girls have got sponsorships with Nike, who are everywhere. They get flown with the men to Nike events, they're in the Nike stores. So I think it's just having them brands that open up their eyes a bit and go, hold on a minute, like, we haven't got any female footballers on our books, or we want to go into this area. So I think it's brands and media working together to help create those sponsorships.
I think if you're looking at the media, anything with them is about trying to get people to read their story or sell newspapers, whether it's clicks online or whether it's actually physically buying the newspaper now.
I think when I read stuff more so that is negative, I really have to bite my tongue with it, because even if you see it online, you might read a match report of the game you've played in, or you might read someone rating your performance, and you take it personally. But I think as you get older, you learn to not bite your tongue, just brush it aside and think you're going to be the bigger person and not react to it, because that's what they want. They put things out there for players to react to. That will create another media storm and the wrong sort of attention that the game needs. So I think people are entitled to their opinion. You will get journalists maybe who they try and set it up so that you do buy it, but I think you've just got to take it on the chin and know that obviously you're doing everything you possibly can in regards to when you play in that. So I think you just got to rise above it and not react to it. I think it's hard because I think a lot of comments are said about women's football and men's football, and will it be equal, will they get equal pay? But obviously men's football generate a lot more income than what the women's do. So it's hard, so we will constantly fight for it, but I think it is fair that obviously we do the same jobs as them, we play the same sport as them, we put in the same hours as them, our lives are sacrificed the same as them, but we don't get the reward for it as much as the money side. All we can keep doing is pushing for it each year. But like I said, the last 5 years have changed dramatically, and for the fact now we've got a full professional league, we can't get too ahead of ourselves. We just have to keep building year on year and make sure that we're playing enough attractive football that will get the fans in, because fans coming in is what generates money for the clubs.
The thing is, now the Super League's a professional league, and I'm sure as time goes by the Championship probably will become professional. There's been years and years of work put in from the FA with regards to developing players. you know, the good thing for these young players is that there's going to be a job for them at the end of the day in football, rather than have to do another job and have football as a hobby, so they can concentrate on becoming and dream of becoming professional footballers.
Having female coaches as well in there, and promoting professional female players to go and help out coaching the younger generation, because that's how when I was coaching, I have obviously had players who are now playing, some of them I play against, but for them to be able to be coached by me, help them on their journey, because they now realise that they can achieve it too. So I think just having us out there communicating with the girls, seeing us, and knowing that there are female role models there for them. So for women footballers to be paid comfortably enough, because obviously it's only a short career for us anyway, but it'd be nice to see the league below, which is semi-pro at the moment, to go pro as well. So you've got two pro leagues, every player pro, because I think the benefit of it is every player being professional is that it's only going to help the game grow, because the quality is going to increase as well.